The truth the Buddha taught, the Dhamma is timeless, but the way Buddhism has spread and developed has always been shaped by culture. When the Buddha passed away around the 5th or 4th century BCE, his disciples feared that his teachings might be lost. To preserve them, they gathered for what is known as the first council in the city of Rajgiri in India. Hundreds of monks came together. Ananda, who had memorized the Buddha's words, recited the teachings. Upali recited the rules for monastic life. About 100 years later, another council was called. This time, disagreements arose. The debate became so heated that the community split. This was the very first major division in the Buddhist tradition. More schools developed. Each lineage interpreted the Buddha's words a little differently. Historians say that at one point there were more than 18 distinct schools of Buddhism. Some emphasized monastic life, while others opened the teachings more widely to lay people. Each reflected the needs and the character of the places where Buddhism was spreading, across northern India into Gandhara, what we now know as Afghanistan and Pakistan and beyond. Out of these many schools, one lineage took root strongly in Sri Lanka and eventually spread throughout Southeast Asia. This became known as Theravada, the teaching of the elders. Theravada emphasizes discipline, meditation, and wisdom, with the highest goal being the attainment of arahantship, the liberation through one's own practice. Meanwhile, around the 1st century of the Common Era, new movements arose in India with a different emphasis. They spoke of compassion and of a universal path to enlightenment. This was the birth of Mahayana, the great vehicle. Unlike Theravada, which focused on individual liberation, Mahayana lifted up the vision of the Bodhisattva, one who vows to remain in the world to help all beings awaken. Mahayana spread widely across East Asia. It also shaped Korean Buddhism, where meditation and doctrinal study remained central. Later, as Buddhism entered Tibet and Himalayan regions, it evolved again into Vajrayana. Vajrayana blended Mahayana philosophy with the tantric practices, rituals, mantra, mandalas, and visualization techniques. Tibetan Buddhism places special importance on the Lama, the spiritual teacher, and on the Bodhisattva ideal. So from a single community of monks gathered in India, Buddhism blossomed into a forest of traditions. Theravada flourished in Southeast Asia, Mahayana took root in East Asia, Vajrayana developed in Tibet and the Himalayas. What began as one teaching under the Bodhi tree became many expressions, each shaped by history and culture, a reminder that even in spiritual traditions, diversity and disagreement can give rise to growth.